dear viewer, you, dear listener, may be the target of the January 6th rump committee that Pelosi set up. And the other big scandal, obviously, is the deep state's targeting of President Trump, which continues in other ways today, now through the Pelosi Rump Committee, the illegitimate committee that is being used to try to jail Americans. Right now, there's a subpoena that's been issued to big tech for content that would cover potentially the posts of millions of Americans. They're taking countless American they're demanding from big tech the posts of Americans on social media about matters. It's, in my view, matters. Anyone who opposed election, anyone who opposed the election schemes that the Democrats were promoting, anyone that opposed or promoted integrity in the elections would be targeted here. Anyone that big tech censored, their records might be sent over. So you, dear viewer, you, dear listener, may be the target of the January 6th rump committee that Pelosi set up. And of course, it's all about hating Trump, keeping him controversial in a negative way because they see him as a threat, because he's the leader of the opposition in some respects, and obviously a potential candidate to challenge Joe Biden again. And one of the worst scandals in American history was the seditious activities of the government that the president had that the president was running. They were trying to overthrow him, and undermine the will of the American people. In one of these instances, it looked like you had General Mark Milley targeting President Trump in a conversation with the head of the CIA. I mean, so you have these leftists talk about coups, and then you have the head of the military, I guess he's not the head of the military, but a senior official in the military, one of the most senior, chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, president's number one military advisor in many matters, conspiring and yapping with Gina Haspel, the head of the CIA, because they didn't like President Trump's stand on the elections. So they started, according to one report, there was one conversation in which Trump was attacked as being part of a coup. These are his own people. You had the general and a top general in the country and the head of the CIA. I mean, that's X-Files conspiracy type of stuff. And they're doing it, and they're proud of it because they're telling other people this is what we talked about. So we asked for records from the CIA about this alleged conversation or reported conversation. And we haven't gotten any answers. So we sued on December 31st. 3 months we waited, and we sued. How many records could there be about one conversation? Not many. And it shows you they're in cover-up mode. It ought to be disturbing to all Americans that the head of the CIA and the chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff were reportedly conspiring against the President of the United States. Our new lawsuit will hopefully ferret out the truth about any plots to undermine President Trump by the military and the CIA. Someone's got to defend our constitutional structure, and Judicial Watch is. Through this basic Freedom of Information Act, investigations and litigation.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.